So we all, not all, but vast majority of us have a device in our hand that holds the sum of all human knowledge. Now think about that. Google is the number one search engine on the planet, followed closely by YouTube University. Um, but mostly we look at videos of cats and pictures of food, and we really just don't utilize this technology the way we ought to. We we utilize it for entertainment purposes. We spend hours on it. But is it helping us? Us being humanity. We all know of, what we call cell phone zombies. You can just type that into YouTube and spend hours watching people walk into telephone poles and step out into traffic and all sorts of other examples of people being so involved in their cell phone that they forget about the real world around them. And I wonder, where does that take us 20 years from now, 50 years from now? What will humans look like in 100 years? We got Elon talking about neural net. The idea of having something implanted in my brain is, I can't even comprehend the idea of thinking about it. But it's already happened. Not in my brain, but in somebody else's. There are clinical trials going on right now. Right now. April of 26. We've got people that have got neural nets installed in their brain. Now, the possibility of helping people walk again, curing cognitive problems, that sounds great. I'm reminded of my 8th grade teacher. I was class of 85. High school class of 85. So my 8th grade teacher, when he told us what he thought about the future, it was pretty damn accurate. In some ways. One thing he said was that by this point in time, we would not be using paper almost at all. He said people will no longer be writing, they will just be typing or just thinking. That wasn't exactly accurate because we still use paper. I back up everything on print. But he said this. He said eventually, at some point in the future, humans will start mutating, not like radiation mutating zombies, but we would be evolving into something that doesn't move very much, sits in a chair, and lives vicariously on a computer. I don't know anybody like that. rather than utilize this technology as something to help all of humanity, we are using it as a entertainment device. It's just a newfangled television, newfangled radio. What does that do to the human race in 100 years? What kind of society are we going to have? And what kind of human interaction are we going to have? I don't know. You know, I've got a lot more yesterdays than I have tomorrows. But I have a teenage son, and he's got a good 70, 80 years ahead of him. What's that going to look like for him? What's it going to look like for your kids? What kind of human interaction is going to be occurring on a day-to-day basis? When people are spending a vast majority of their time right here. What's that look like? You tell me down in the comments, what do you think we should be doing with all this technology? And how should we be utilizing it to our best advantage? The future's supposedly unwritten, but we're getting to a point with AI, and it's coming very fast, where AI is going to start plotting possibilities in the future and eventually get to the point where it can look at all the possibilities in the future. And when you can see all of the possibilities, well, just seems like you'd have a lot of control over what happened. You tell me what you think, folks. Where's the human race headed with all this technology? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?